Hello everybody and welcome back. I should have some condo updates coming up pretty soon here. We are heading over there today to see what we can get done, but I am opening this back up at the apartment because I am slowly going to start moving some stuff out of here. I've had some extra inherited furniture kind of just piled up in corners here for the past year. Since my grandfather passed away, my parents inherited some of his furniture back, and I in turn took some of their stuff. I also got some pieces from my grandpa, like this chest and the stereo over here. So it's all kind of just been sitting here because I don't really have any other storage space. So these are going to be the first items to go out, and we'll just plop them into the basement storage over at the condo. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff loaded up. Alright, I'm good to go here. I will see you at the condo soon. Hello, I'm just stopping through here quick to show you a couple of updates. We're hopefully going to be in here making some more progress over this next weekend. So I just wanted to show you where we're at to this point so that I don't have to remember it all for later. You can see here we're slowly getting started on some of this hallway bathroom stuff. We also got the other toilet up here ready to get started on that. I don't think I've mentioned this. We have this open now because we're going to have the plumber back to reconfigure it a little bit. He had kind of mentioned that he wasn't a fan of how they did this, and to be quite honest, we don't really like it either, so we're going to have him redo it the right way. Not really sure when that's going to happen, but hopefully soon. I can also tell you that I got an update just yesterday that my cabinet delivery date has been pushed out almost another month. Not quite a month, but close enough to call it a month. So that's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping they'd be showing up any day now, but at least we do now have a date kind of in mind on when they're going to show up. And then for the big surprise, the new windows for both bedrooms have arrived and are already installed. We really were not even expecting these until late July, and even then I figured they'd get pushed again. But I had a call the other day that they had a cancellation and they'd be able to come in the next day. So I said, that's fantastic, come and get it done. Now I will say I do have a love-hate thing going on here. The existing windows were casement windows with the crank to open the window. I personally really like that style of window, and it's actually one of the reasons that I wanted to buy this place. And up until a couple of days ago, I thought the replacements were going to be casement as well. That's what was here. I thought we were essentially doing one-for-one replacements and was never really given any reason to think otherwise. But just before they came, I was reading over the notes and terms and everything again, and I saw that it was notated that they were slider windows. I wasn't exactly thrilled to discover that, but now that they're installed, I'm not entirely mad about it. I have windows similar to this at my current apartment, and this really flat sill works great for putting a fan in the window. I love that I'm on the second floor and can just have my windows open and not be super concerned about security. It's been great being able to do that at my current apartment, and now it'll be nice to be able to continue that here. So I'll just go in here and show you the other one as well. I do also have to say that sliders are going to be nice for the window treatments that I'm likely going to choose. I like it simple, so I'm probably not going to do anything with curtains or anything like that. I mostly see that kind of stuff as just dust collectors. I'm really probably just going to do some nice shades. And now we have just a really nice simple surface area to work with that. No obstructions or cranks to get in the way. So it's not entirely what I thought I wanted from the start, but I think it's going to work out for the best. So that's pretty much what I have for now. Like I said, we're going to try to be in here this weekend, so I should have more soon, and I will see you back then. Hello again. It has been a couple of kind of soul-crushing weeks.
And I'm not happy about it, okay?
I've edited this video up to this point. As you already know, there's been a couple of delays. I'm not going to bother you with all the details. It really doesn't matter in the context of these videos for you. But basically, just as of yesterday, we are back to where we wanted to be 2 to 3 weeks ago. So let me just show you the couple bits of progress that have been made. During these couple of weeks where we couldn't really do anything else, we did get some closet stuff. So we have shelving and hanging up in the front closet, and we also got this one done. Nothing fancy, just basic wire shelving. I don't really need anything particularly special. In the main closet is where I'm gonna step it up a little bit and get some more customizable options. So we have not done anything in there yet. In the kitchen, we did get the plumber back, so that's all closed up again. Ignore our kind of shoddy drywall work. It's gonna be enclosed in a cabinet, so it really doesn't matter. In this bathroom, we do have the vanity top in place now. It's literally just sitting in place. We haven't plumbed anything, and we do still have to do the backsplash. And then basically everything else in here is as it was, but we can finally move forward with getting everything else back in place. So that's pretty much the extent of the progression up here. There are a couple of small things that I could work on up here, and I may get back to those if I have time, but right now we are gonna head downstairs to the storage room to work on a couple little things. You'll have to excuse the noise while the AC is running, but basically we are down here to up the lighting and ceiling fan game. So I'm just gonna preface this by saying I know the fan selections are not the coolest possible that I could do. That's not really what I'm going for in this space. It's going to be storage. I don't plan on spending a whole bunch of time down here. The ceiling is low, so there's only so much I can really do to remain functional. So I wanted to do some small fans with light kits that I don't particularly care about because nobody is really ever going to be seeing them. Just something that could provide lighting and decent airflow for the times that I am down here. So all of the craft-made videos that I put up in a row did serve a purpose because I have selected these to use in this space. Now I did bring all three because the plan is to use the antique brass one over on this side, but obviously I'm gonna have to do some relocating of the existing electrical, so that's not gonna be on the docket for today. And frankly, now that things are moving again upstairs, I'm not sure when that'll happen, but I brought it over here. Eventually someday we'll get that done. Oh, and then also part of choosing these fans is that I won't have to change out the plastic lighting boxes. They're lightweight enough that they're gonna be fine. I really didn't want to have to go in and change that out, so I'm going to commit one of the sins of ceiling fan installation, but it's going to be fine. And then going along with the fans, I got a few of these really neat linear LED lights from WAC. I think there was a mistake in how they were listed, so I'm not going to say where I got them or how cheaply I got them for, but it was insanely cheap. So this fixture is going to go up in place of this single socket. And then I think eventually I'll move these cabinets over underneath it so I have kind of a little bit of a workstation or a place to keep some tools, etc. And I was just going to get like a fluorescent light or something simple to go here on the cheap, but I ended up with these, probably cheaper than I could have even gotten a fluorescent fixture for. So it's completely over the top and really overly decorative for this application, but I love unique lighting and these were cheap, so we're going to do it. So I think I'm going to start with the fans because I can turn this light on and still be able to see. Then once I've got the fans up, I can use their lights to see what I'm doing over here. So I'm going to shut these off so the bulbs can cool for a minute, and then I'll get started. The AC just kicked back on. It was so quiet there for a minute, but here it is with these two installed. I also apologize, I'm going to cut out a bunch of the install on the first one because it was really just a bunch of footage of me struggling to reach. To give you perspective on the ceiling height, I do hit my head on these light kits if I walk directly underneath them. So I was able to finish installing that one without a ladder, but I did go and get one for the second one to make it a little bit easier. Despite the fact that the lights are a little bit low, I do really love everything about this. The fans are the perfect size and the light distribution is so much better than the single sockets. I did already test them on high speed to see if I had wobble issues. That doesn't seem to be a problem here. But for this space, they really do get enough air moving. I can pretty much feel it everywhere throughout, aside from way in the back, of course. So overall, pretty happy with this. Thankfully, the plastic boxes were installed pretty securely. Obviously, that's never an excuse to not use the proper box, but in this case, I know that these fans are gonna be fine. I do just want to stress, do as I say, not as I do. Always use a fan-rated box. Do not do what I did here, especially if you're not experienced in electrical work the way I am. So with that disclaimer out of the way, I'm ready to get started on this light. Alright, I just finagled around with getting it level. Let's take a look. Beautiful, a perfect amount of work light for right underneath. Oh, perfect timing, that shut off for me. So this is all I've got for down here right now. I do have some time left, so I think I'll head back up and see what I can get done upstairs. Alright, so I just got this disposal outlet cut back in and reinstalled. I've got it taped up because we're going to try to get a coat of primer on at least. Again, it's going to be behind a cabinet, so the color doesn't really matter. I just have a little bit of time left, so I think I'd like to attempt getting the dryer cord and venting installed really quick. Alright, so that bit is done. Just have to make up the water connections and then this can go back in. I don't have time to do all that right now, but I am going to do one last little thing before I leave. I've been so eager to install the hardware that I splurged a little bit on for this vanity, so now that it's in place, I think I'm going to get that on. I have these lower drawers open and I don't want them to get closed again because they were hard to open. I'm just going to get this put on quick and I will show you the end result. Alright, here we are. I was a little worried the sort of mid-century modern styling might be a little too much, but I think it's just perfect. I love that they're a little bit more oversized. It gives this entire vanity a completely different personality. So that's going to wrap it up for today, and I'm pretty sure with today's footage I'll probably have enough to wrap this video up and call it good. So I will thank you all for watching and putting up with this little break we had while things went a little off the rails. Remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell to get updates for all of my new videos, and I will see you next time.